Carl and Dan here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhbl.com for short, and it is track-by-track time as we're entering the world of instrumental music. Yes, this is Symposium, the latest release as of the time recording by the progressive post-metal band Thumos, released on February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2023 via Snowwolf Records. And it was released on that day because, of course, it is a concept album, a theatrical presentation of Plato's famous dialogue on the god of love, Eros. Did you know that?
I did not know that at all.
There you go. Yes, they do theme their albums. They do. The previous one, I can't quite remember what it was about, but it was something involving the Roman Empire and stuff like that. So yeah, completely instrumental. I will tell you right now that I'm a huge fan of this band. In fact, I think this is the third release I've covered from the site, and the third release that has got 10 out of 10 for me. There is something about this band's music that just connects me in an incredibly deep way. I love them. I absolutely love them. That's why I chose this as a track by track, and I knew it was well out of your wheelhouse, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know you've got a flavor, a taste for the flavor of post metal, but not quite like this. So yeah, what was your familiarity? Did you have any?
No, not at all. I liked the album cover. There's aspects of this album I like, but we'll get into it.
We will. We'll begin with Faderus. It's richly detailed, technically impressive, dramatic and atmospheric. The bar is set high with this opening track. Thumos unveiling a sumptuous expansion on their sound with immediate flair. The melody glimmers, the atmosphere builds to a crescendo, and immersion completely takes hold.
It's got nice violins.
It does.
I don't have particularly detailed descriptions like you do. It's nice, but I'm struggling to connect with it so far. Yeah.
That's fine. I am the one. I'm the one here for I'm the thesaurus. Remember, I'm the thesaurus. Pausinus. I will struggle to say some of these titles. So there, I think that's how that's one said. A high bar that was set by the previous track is now surpassed with ease as this track overwhelms the senses with a mesmerizing instrumental journey. It is a wonderful blend of heavy rhythms and lighter melodies. I could listen to this track back to back for hours, I think. I have done. I have put this just on repeat, this one individual track, and gone over and over and over again with this one.
Yeah, this one had a much more in it for me. I like the melody and I like how it's mixed. It's aggressive, but not at the same time. It's a strange mix to get. I'm a big fan of the melody and how the drums sound. More of this and I'll be very happy. I could see this being something I put on the background whilst trying to do my work.
I think that's pretty much what I've just alluded to. I tend to use this album amongst a few others as my background listening while I'm doing work, editing a video or something like that, you know? Okay, we're up to Era Exmichius. Oh my god. Can you say that?
Eryximachus.
That will do. Thank you, Dan. There's a bit more of a post-rock flavor with this one. Layered beauty with a touch more energy and that constant inclusion of flair, the sign of a confident band, taking their undeniable technical proficiency and giving it more layers.
Yeah, this is cool. This is much more of what I want to hear. I like the melody a lot. How it rises and stuff. I love that sort of stuff.
Oh, Aristophanes, a distinctive opening melody that transforms into something a fair bit heavier. That transformation coming from their instrumental sound, having chunkier bass and drums. They get a little bit meatier here, but layered with these ethereal guitar chords.
I'm a massive fan of that bass tone. It's so fuzzy, and it really, really stands out. On some massive speakers, I could see this one playing very nicely. Yeah, it does get a bit heavy. You've got that groovier, fuzzier, just noise, and I'm a massive fan.
Cool, cool, cool. I'm glad you're finding stuff to enjoy. Agathon, the post-metal is strong in this one, but the layer of technical detail is what hooks. This might very well be the greatest song the band has written. I absolutely adore this track. I have listened to this hundreds of times since release, like an individual thing. This is part of almost every playlist I have that I switch through while I'm driving. There isn't really a day that goes by where this isn't played at least once. It just hits me right in the soul. I'm probably giving the game away of one of my top three, but there you go.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like the layering and stuff here. How much is going on? Like if you listen to it on good headphones, not these second things, but you can pick out individual parts of it, and I love that.
Socrates. Although this
Socrates.
one I will. What did I? Oh yeah. Socrates. There you go. Thank you, Dan. Although this one does come extremely close to that high bar because it's got a lot of thick emotion. One of the most heart-wrenching tracks Thumos have produced. It again for me is a stunning listen.
Yes, there's plenty here to enjoy, and I like how slow that starting is. How it's that reverb, the effects on the guitars. I like when you can hear the noise in moving your fingers, but then it explodes into a massive. You got the war drums. It's great.
It is indeed. We're up to Diatima. Strong melodrama, even stronger immersion. The talent of this band is simply unbelievable. And even though this is one of the shorter efforts, it still manages to capture the imagination, still manages to keep you fully immersed in what the music is trying to tell you.
This one doesn't come in as one of my favorites, but it's got that, what do you call it? The ding, ding, ding. Xylophone?
Yeah, xylophone, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. It's such a nice little aspect to it.
It's certainly not a regularly used instrument these days.
No, it should be.
And I'm up to the finale. Alcibiades. Yeah, it's kind of like that. A finale that takes everything good about Thumos and rolls it into one. If you can imagine that. It means this track is extremely bloody good. A track befitting of its position as the closing part of this theatrical presentation. Because I think that's how you've got to see this record. You've got to picture it as a theatrical presentation to something that would also potentially have images too.
Yeah, I could see it being played as an orchestra with like a massive projector showing like the story as you move through it, like an entire experience almost. I guarantee they don't have the money for that sort of thing, but it would be cool.
It would be.
Yeah, there's plenty great here. And there's a 10-minute track. I find it really funny that you said the last track was one of their shorter efforts at 5 minutes and 42 seconds. That's ridiculous to me. But this is the longest one, 10 minutes 35. So I'm immediately always going to struggle with a song that's 10 minutes long, but there is plenty here for me to enjoy, that I can come away happy.
A major part of what appeals to about Thumos is ultimately the peaks and valleys. While you might see 10 minutes, it is very much a peaking and valleying, and we're going that way, and it flows, and it feels like a river that maybe diverts sometimes here and there, but then it comes back round after it forks off and stuff like that. As I said, I am a huge fan of it. Truth be told, if you'd asked me before we talked through this track by track, to sort of judge what you might think of it, I would likely have been like, nah, you're not going to like much of this. You might find melodies and rhythm sections and a riff here and there that you're into. So to hear you being mostly positive about it is, yeah, it's great.
Trying to have a more open mind these days, yeah.
There you go. All right, of course, 3 tracks. Top 3 tracks recommend. And I will take this one away, starting with, of course, Agathon. I obviously bigged it up, and that is my favorite track from this. Pausanias, that one as well, and Socrates, that one.
think I would say Socrates, Pausanias, Eryximachus, and Socrates. Well,
there you go. I'll get it right one day. Well, we ain't got to worry about it because that's the end of the video. That's the end of the track by track. What do you think? Have you heard of this album? Do you like this band as I do? Do you feel as strongly about it? You know what to do? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.